What it do, ski? It's your boy Failwell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Stargate SG-1. This one is season 4, episode number 8. How's it going, everybody? So the last episode we were underwater. Sometimes when you gate, things might happen. Circumstances might be a little bit different than you expect, okay? It happens with space and time travel. The gate was underwater. Turns out it wasn't really water. It was a liquid being. I just sort of found it to be a mid episode for season 4 that was interesting, but it just sort of ended abruptly. I'm interested to see how season 4 is going to continue. We've already reached the 1/3 mark. With that being said, let's keep it going, baby. As always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that chevron and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see what's pippity poppin' today, folks. Yikes. Sipping on that double espresso. And we're farming. There's something in the soil. Daniel's best friend.
Survey,
oh wow, that looks like a
subject queen. Well, I found her. I get to name her Cleo. Cleo, as she has.
He was just in one of the recent X-Files videos.
Nothing, not even trace amounts.
We didn't find any Naquit in Brutus or Julius either.
What do we have? What do we have today? Bigfoot's a Gould. Here we go. Confirmed.
I love ordering those military types around.
We have a compromised Michael Shanks too. Those are always good episodes. Oh. Jesus. Daniel's definitely have a concussion. Richard Dean Anderson. Stargate SG-1. Michael Shanks. Amanda Tapping. Dawn S. Davis. Dun 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 dun. First ones. That sounds like a beefy title. Significant.
Dr. Robinson, what is it? What happened?
Loder's dead. Some sort of indigenous life form. It killed Loder. It took Daniel. That's why the others went after it.
How long ago?
That thing was dragging him.
You saw it?
Just for a second. I'd say it was an UNES.
Oh.
Basically, we're talking about a Gould with teeth and claws, sir. What do you
Sounds
mean?
like Darth Vader.
Daniel believed that.
It may be that there are UNAs there who have never been taken as hosts.
So what would a primitive UNES want with Daniel?
Recommend
wants to
units
know.
1 and 2, P90s.
Wait, did he just say P90s? Hello. That's new. We're normally the MP5 type of people. Oh, we're still going with the titles?
All right, listen up.
Let's go.
Stargate is secure, sir. Well, they could all be out of range.
The UNAs would be capable of traversing great distances in a short time.
He'll take point. Pierce! Rothman! You're with me.
Rothman gets his time to shine. Is this one by Martin? Survey says.
I don't know what I'm saying, but
By Peter.
I'm gonna fall down now. Rest. Thing you should become familiar with. Rest.
Can you speak of him
close
to his mind?
This is nothing that you need to be worried about. This is Daniel Jackson, if anyone can hear me. Do you speak any kind of language at all? Intelligent, I mean, you made that. Necklace.
The drip's pretty hard.
Yeah, that was refreshing, thank you. I'm good for another 10 miles.
Fairly strong RDF signal. It's gone now, not long enough to triangulate. Daniel may have tried to use his radio.
Could be SG-11.
We're on the hunt. The moods are aligned.
Rest.
Daniel's stressed. Okay. This Unas is feeling the beat. Inserts the theme music of SG-1.
Some sort of meditation, or? This is Dr. Daniel Jackson. In case anybody finds this, I met a wonderful new friend, and he's taken me on a long journey to see his planet. I'm just making notes. At the moment, my main concern is that my new friend is an aboriginal Unas in its ungoulded state, and that I'm the evening meal. Appears to have underdeveloped chin and facial horns, which indicate he could be a subspecies, possibly a juvenile. Shaka. Is that what you call yourself? Shaka? Daniel. I'm Daniel.
Praying to a god.
Shaka is the moon? This is some sort of moon chant?
I'm not gonna lie, for a second I thought it was about to drop a dookie.
Fish, what is that? UAV.
It's like the Goulds coming to take their people.
It won't hurt you.
I'd imagine, right? Because these are the Unases before they get the little boys. Become hosts. Yeah, it's a different vibe with the P90s.
We're somewhere on your 6.
This episode is making me want to go on a hike, but it's too cold now.
Water.
Okay, they're trusting each other. Oh, Daniel! You did the dash. And here I was, expecting them to become friends, only to get lit up. And I was just mad. You just gonna drown, buddy? Can you? Or you, I guess you can you can float? Oh, something in the water?
Dead. Pekka means dead? Danger? Okay, Ka means no.
He appears to have been killed by a being of great strength.
What was Loader doing? You guys weren't doing anything that would have provoked an attack?
Look at this. They got off a hell of a lot of shots.
Our theory appears to be correct, O'Neill. The stride, width, and shape of these footprints appears to be consistent with that of an Unas.
Found him just standing there, staring off into space.
Where's the rest of your men?
We were attacked. Sanchez is dead for sure.
Major, we've been trying to contact you for the last few hours.
My men are dead, aren't they?
It's Disco.
Sir, I think we should rest.
Is this your cave? Your cave? Nan. Nan is Gould. Is a symbiote. Eat.
Eat.
Nan is eat. Ka.
Uh-oh.
Ka.
Playing a game of hot potato here. Hot.
Toss the symbiote head. That's very, very popular.
Okay, no, they are gonna become boys.
All the kids are doing this. Oh, look out. Nan. Now, don't say Ka till you've tried it.
Daniel, but can it process that food? Did you ask?
Nan.
Can it eat gluten? These are the questions. This shit's blessed.
It's funny. I met my father-in-law like this.
Yeah, like that. Rothman,
Fuck, that was loud.
you notice anything weird about Hawkins? Tell me if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
I'm not too good at people. They're too recent.
It's a great explanation. Maybe he's just got a symbiote on him now. Yep, that's it.
There are crude drawings, pictographs. This Unas wears a strange bony neck piece, but now I suspect it must serve as some small safeguard to protect against symbiotes penetrating the neck.
Uh-oh. Lure time!
This is a rite of passage. I think I understand what it is you're doing.
Now that doesn't seem like a good look. Daniel's being sacrificed?
I think I've just been marked for death.
We're moving out!
Yay, let's go. What a G. Behind the back shot.
Come no closer.
What was that?
Lower your weapons. One or more of you may have become host to a Goa'uld during your watch.
Teal'c, that doesn't make any sense. I don't
Because you
sense...
yourself may have been compromised.
Well, what makes you think there are Gould around here?
These waters abound with them. Anyone who has ventured near the edge has put themselves at risk.
No, the Goa'uld fossils we found were millions of years old. I think I would know if there was a snake in my head.
I can't explain it, sir. I don't even sense the ones that are in the water.
Relinquish your weapons immediately.
Hold on.
Symbiotes can't blend with a Jaffa.
Kinda looks like Kurt
Look at
Russell
my
and
neck.
Neil.
You see a scar?
A Goa'uld.
He's the only one we can be sure of, including you and me.
Do as he says.
Well, Jack, you have suspicion the one guy's a little different. He's been acting weird. You found him standing there for a while. Why don't we check him?
What about Daniel?
None of you can be trusted to proceed.
You think you can bring Daniel back alone?
I do.
Coburn.
One or more of our team may have been compromised by a Goa'uld parasite.
How many?
I intend to restrain them at this location to proceed alone. I will leave this frequency open so that you may locate them and return to the SGC. Take extreme caution.
We're on our way. Coburn out.
Teal'c really take a charge here.
Bind their hands and feet tightly with those. I will then do the same to you, O'Neill.
Something about this episode is just different. The pacing and the tone feels a little different than the norm. Is that just me? Are you fixing your pillow, Daniel? Or are you gonna murder? Either or.
It's okay. I can help you with that if you let me. But you have to trust me.
I'm telling you, it's got to be Hawkins.
Trust in me, O'Neill.
What if I'm not O'Neill?
Then I was not talking to you.
Confused Jack emote.
I don't suppose you know the story of Androcles and the lion.
It's because like we know it's him, so there's no real suspension to those scenes. It's just like, yeah, we know he's him, so like what are we going through this? Unless there's another one.
Look, obviously we don't need to be enemies here. I mean,
I want to go home. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it has been a hoot. I did just pass up the chance to kill you, so please let me go.
Uh-oh. That's what this kind of looks like. Yeah. Kind of does got a Weevil vibe to it.
I'm not a go-old.
Then why didn't you say so? Could have straightened this whole thing out. All right, anybody with a snake in their head, raise their hand. Damn. You!
Huh?
Teal!
Huh?
Teal! That took you long enough.
You are welcome, O'Neill. I knew if there was a Goa'uld among you, he would be strong enough to free himself.
Teal put
You
the
had
big
to wait
brain
long
plays.
enough to make sure Hawkins wasn't the only one.
You satisfied now?
I am.
Glad that's over with.
What, is he one of them? Oh my fucking god. Rothman. R.I.P. He was a decent character.
You gonna live?
Yeah, I think so.
Something about that felt rather muted.
We're very close behind.
Look, I know we've got the beginnings of a beautiful friendship here, but I'm not sure your folks are gonna understand.
He shook.
Don't shoot!
Unas, assemble!
I think the alpha male was expecting the younger one to offer me up for some kind of feast. Instead, I think the younger one's trying to bring me into his clan. We've communicated, we're friends. I think the younger one's trying to tell the clan that he's found something good for them.
Daniel?
What did you just say?
I think I just asked him not to kill me.
If we can't kill him, we'll just kill you. All hail, King of the Unasians. Speaks perfect English. So Daniel, sorry about that. I honestly didn't mean for that to happen.
Ka. Jaga. But I think I've just been invited to come back one day and find out.
Yeah, literally. It was like a comeback next weekend. It's Yahtzee night. And that was Stargate SG-1 Season 4, Episode number 8. This was Planet of the Unasians. I thought this was an underwhelming episode, if I'm being frank. If I'm being completely honest. There wasn't a whole lot to like this episode, I found. Okay at best, in my opinion. For a story about them coming to a planet, cool, interesting lore information in terms of Goa'uld and the symbiotes being on this planet and it being the first place. And I was interested to see what they were going to do with that and learn more about the original Unases, the primitive versions of them. And something about this episode, like almost across the boards. You know, sure, maybe there were some cool sequences of Teal'c shooting the symbiote through the back, or new guns, funny Rothman quotes here and there. This just came across as like a rather blandish episode that I guess might leave into a teaser for something in the future again, where Daniel might come back here, he just said. And I just sort of found it to be bland. It's the way I would describe this episode, just sort of bland and all right. A little boring. Pretty straightforward, nothing outstanding here. Team just getting tied, going through a cave. And even when it came to those sequences, like what I felt like would have made this episode at least stand out more, interactions between the Unas that Daniel was with and Daniel were a little bit more lively. They just felt rather muted. We don't understand what they're saying. Daniel's performance didn't really come across any better than, it didn't even come across great, I found. It's just sort of like the material wasn't there. So the interactions between him and his new buddy was okay at best, I found. I didn't find it all too intriguing or interesting. So I didn't really like this episode all too much, if I'm being honest here. It was nice to see, you know, maybe the symbiote's origin and this being the first place. So if anything, this is going to be come back. It had the title of the first ones, and I thought there might have been a little bit more to it. So maybe I had expectations off of the title, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that was Stargate SG-1 Season 4, Episode number 8. Definitely my least favorite episode of the season thus far. I don't know if I'm dying on the hill alone, but just sort of came across rather bland and just not all too engaging nor interesting when it came to Jack, Sam, even Daniel's. And for Daniel, whose episodes when he's usually alone carries it. I didn't think this one came up to par in my opinion. That was Stargate SG-1 season 4 episode 8. Yeah, I honestly don't usually like I'll find some things to talk about, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of all too much this episode that really stood out to me. Maybe now we know that there's primitive UNASs. It's so funny. We with the UNAS, we keep finding out new things to make the first episode with them less interesting. It was like the first one, it's like, oh my god, it's James Earl Jones, and it's the very first Gould. And then next time we see them, it's like, oh, it turns out there's more UNASs, and they're not voiced by James Earl Jones. Now there's primitive UNASs. You know, so I don't know. How did you guys feel about this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is just off of first jump. I mean, nothing overly, there's nothing offensive in this or awfully bad, but I think it was just so bland and uninteresting that it felt a little bit different too in the presentation and in the pacing of this one, I guess. Smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Love you. Peace.